All right, so what do I have a story for you? About 16 years ago, well, we'll go 20 years ago. I was in an apartment in Little Five Points, getting my re-up when the doors come off the hinges and the Atlanta Red Dogs came in. And, me and Buddy went to jail for a good long while, like 10 months in Rice Street. It was phenomenal. Yeah, it was back during the Jackie Brown scandal. And remember when T.I. shot the music video in Fulton County Jail? Yeah, I was in there. And lucky me, I was up on the top floor for a month of the whole fighting when he paid the staff to let him shoot a damn music video. I spent that entire month locked down 24/7. I think they let me bathe maybe twice. It's, yeah. Now, dude that I got locked up with during that, the guy's a scumbag. I mean, he just not a good person, one way or the other. I mean, you say, "Oh, he's a drug dealer. Of course, he's a bad person." No, no, not all drug dealers are bad people. Some have morals, to a degree. But what he did have was this cute blonde girlfriend who went wild when she was finally free of him. And I steered clear of that because I didn't need that type of drama. But she and I started talking, and we became friends, and a number of years passed, and eventually we spent a night together. And it was a number of years again before I saw or spoke to her. And when I did see her again, she had a baby with her. And I didn't think nothing of that. Apparently she didn't either. And then it was another number of years went by before we saw each other. Like like 10. Yeah, it was a good solid decade. This time around, we gave it a real go. You know what I mean? And it was good. Yeah, we had two beautiful children together. Center of my world. We had a good thing there for a little while. It was short-lived. The marriage was really short-lived. So I had started working on the road. Just ends weren't meeting. I needed to kick it up a notch, earn more money. So I got a new job climbing cell phone towers. And look, here's the thing. They do not stay home lonely for long. This is the truth in life, gentlemen. You work on the road, they do not stay lonely long. Well, so she had had a couple kids before we got together and had them taken away. They were being raised by her, not parents, the people that raised her. It's convoluted. Still didn't think nothing of it. It wasn't until she was looking at some photos years down the road after the divorce that she said, "Holy shit." And she called me freaking out. And I started pulling baby pictures. I started pulling pictures of my parents, my mom in particular. And I pulled baby photos of our two girls. And I started holding these pictures up next to each other, and there is zero doubt in my mind that this young lady, It's our third child. Right? Mind blown. And, I barely know her. Only only saw her the once when she was a baby. And she doesn't seem to want to have anything to do with me. And I don't blame her. Like, it's hard enough being a teenager without like some next level drama type shit. And I've always been kind of next level type drama shit. It's, I've never stuck a toe in the water. I dive head in. So I don't really blame her for not being overjoyed. Oh, I've got to. See, I'm overjoyed. Like, when I figured it out, man, my heart rang bells. I knew it to be truth. Like, I could feel it in every little bit of me. I knew. Man, that. See, what y'all may not know about me is the only thing I've ever done that came naturally to me was love my children. There's no struggle, no strain, and I get to be a better version of myself with them than anybody else gets. And the rest of y'all can catch these hands. I don't have much of a. I don't care for strangers whatsoever. And I'll catch these hands. Man, my little girls, they get a whole different side of me. So look, my heart swelled immediately, overwhelmingly, and living 2 states away, I started making plans right then and there. Come rescue my daughter, and we were gonna have an amazing life together, and it was gonna be so awesome. I moved back to Georgia and went back to work at the towers, and she don't want shit to do with me. I don't know. I don't know that. I mean, there was a phone call. And she still is a minor under others' care. May not be wanting to rock her boat. I don't know. Though, if she wanted to be in touch with me, you know she would be. You can't stop kids, especially smart ones. She is. She is. She's absolutely of my bloodline. And I don't try to say this without thumping my chest or whatnot, but she's a descendant of many generations of geniuses and royalty, as a matter of fact. Like, she's beautiful and she's smart. The sky's the limit, and I just want to be a part of her life. So I'm making this hoping that at some point she takes some interest. And she sees. That my life is empty without my children. And that includes you. I wasn't there to help you learn to walk or talk. I wasn't there to fish things out your throat when you were just learning to eat. I didn't get to teach you to read or sing or play music or do math, or I didn't get a chance to impart my morality, my worldview to you. You were left to the mercy of fate, and that I truly regret. I had no idea. Now, I will say, when your mom and I got together, before she signed those papers to put you in the care of your foster parents, not knowing then I had much the same reaction. I was so ready to be your daddy, to be there for you, knowing that nobody else ever had. Like, I wanted to so bad. In fact, I still got during one of the phone calls with your mom. You had mentioned that you were into this show on Disney, and you were interested in these books. And I had her pull the vehicle over to Barnes and Noble, like right then and there, and I went and bought them for your Christmas. And they wouldn't let me give them to you. They wouldn't accept them. I still got them. You were 7 then. Can you imagine how much different things would have been had we known? I wanted to be there for you. As corny as it sounds, Daddy gets to be hero. He gets to be the knight in shining armor, the one that comes to the rescue, the one that stands between a little girl and all the danger and the dark things in the world. And the way that makes me feel is irreplaceable. That's not a sensation or an emotion that you can get anywhere else. Only from the love of your child. In particular, a daughter's love for her father as protector and friend. I wanted to be that for you so bad because I knew the life you had lived. You know, I'd been talking to your mom. We'd stay friends for going on like 25 years now. So I was aware, but it wasn't my place to reach it. I had no claim. You know, I didn't know you were mine. Or by God, I would have. I would have. And hey, here we are, all these years later, and it doesn't seem like you even want anything to do with me. And I get that, and I don't hold it against you. I mean, being a teenager is hard enough without all this extra shit, right? But I want you to know that I will wait for your phone call until the day I die. And if it takes that long, then I will still yeah, I just swell with love and pride. Like, I just thinking about it, man. The only thing I ever did that came easy to me was being a dad. You know, like that role just, it's like a cool breeze in the middle of summer. It's just right. And, if it takes you forever to get comfortable enough or to get to a place where you're even remotely interested in having a fight, because you might not. 15 years without one, facing the world alone, facing the monsters of the night by your alone, you might not need that in your life. And I can recognize that. If your upbringing's been anything like your mother's, then you're tough as nails already. And knowing what I know about your genealogy, you're more than capable of whatever it is. You're not only a survivor, but you are the smartest person in every room you walk into. You're your grandfather's daughter. You look just like my mom. So I imagine you've got a heart the size of an ocean. Darling, look, I will be here waiting to be whatever you need me to be forever. If it takes you 30 years to make that phone call, I will be just as over the moon when I answer 30 years from now as I would be if it happened right now. So I don't want any thoughts of like weirdness or me holding anything against you to be a stumbling block in any way. Just know that, girl, I love you. I don't know your favorite ice cream. I don't know your favorite color. I don't know what type of music you like. It doesn't matter. You're half of me. Just as much half of me as your little sisters. I couldn't imagine loving anything more. I don't need to know you to know that bond. Look, keep your wits about you. Keep your head up. Don't ever let anybody make you feel less than what you are. You are the descendant of the first king of the Scots. You are a descendant of the first lawyer that Scotland ever produced. You come from a long line of warriors and geniuses. Don't ever marginalize yourself. You can be so much more than you ever dreamed. Way more than I ever did. The sky's the limit. I hope you go out there and take the world by storm. I hope you get everything in this world that you ever wanted.